With summer travel quickly approaching, now is the time to apply for a passport. To help make the process easier, Polk County Clerk of Courts can help you in your travels. All the details about how you can get your passport is coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Lauren Lingell. Joining me in studio, we have Taylor Carson, who is the Public Relations Manager at the Clerk of the Court's office. Taylor, welcome back.
Well, thanks for having me.
So this time, we're talking about passports. So, man, I can think of a million places that I want to go, and I never remember to renew my passport. So
oh, no.
If I ever get a special deal, I'm not going then.
Nope.
So what is the involvement the clerk's office has with passports?
So the clerk's office processes new passport applications in Polk County, and we do that at all three of our office locations. We have an office in Bartow, Lakeland, and Winter Haven. Not only that, we also provide instant passport photos for about $10. So it's a one-stop shop. You're not having to run around town and get your passport photo at one place and do the application at another. Come right to our office,
so
all
did
at the
you
same
guys
counter.
Like perfect the passport photo, or is it going to make you look like? Oh.
No, we have spent many years now refining the passport photo, and we feel like we got it down now.
Fantastic. So you're not going to get like a weird looking pictures. You'll be okay showing your passport if you get it done at the clerk's office.
I mean, it's still against a white screen because passport photos have to be 2 inches by 2 inches on a white background. So there's only so much you can do with that, but we try to make you look good.
How does one apply for a passport?
So the process of applying for a passport is pretty easy. You visit any of our three offices like I've mentioned, and you must appear in person. You can download the application in advance and fill it out in blue or black ink only. Do not sign it, and then you can bring it in, and that'll help make the process quicker and easier as well. And then once you fill out the passport, you have to provide the appropriate documentation, and then we mail it to the Federal Passport Agency. And then typically the return time is 4 to 6 weeks, but it's all dependent upon what their current workload is and their return rates are at that point.
You can get all that stuff online?
Yep.
Okay, and you fill it out ahead of time, which is
fill it out ahead of time, or you can fill it out in our office. We have the forms available there as well.
And what do you have to have are there certain documents that you need to bring with you?
Yes, so when you come, you'll need to have a proof of citizenship. This documentation is mailed with the application and it's returned to you. And the proof of citizenship can come in the form of your birth certificate. If it's a child's birth certificate, it must show both parents' names. A certificate of naturalization or an expired U.S. passport. And then you also need to bring identification, which can be in the form of a valid driver's license, a U.S. passport, or the military ID or state ID. And then you'll also need a photograph. So if you're not getting the photograph in the clerk's office, you must bring it from wherever you are getting it at.
So about how long does it take to actually get your passport in the mail?
In the mail, typically it's 4 to 6 weeks, but it's all dependent on what their
system's going.
Their queue is at that point.
Got it. So there is a special day.
Yes.
Where folks can get their passport. Tell me about the special day.
Well, Clerk of Court Stacey Butterfield, one of her top priorities is making our services as convenient as possible for our residents. So it's winter time, everyone's starting to gear up for their summer and spring travel, spring breaks, summer vacations, and so we see an uptick in the number of passport applications. So she likes one day a year, we open on a Saturday to provide that extra convenience for everyone. So our annual passport day is coming up Saturday, February 29th, and it's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's at our Lakeland office and our Winter Haven office. Our Bartow office will not be open that day. And so everyone can come out, knock out their passport that day, and then be ready for their travels.
And so does that include just passports, or does that include renewals?
We don't do renewals. All renewals are done straight through the passport agency, so you have to mail all that information in. Like I recently just had to renew my passport, packaged everything up, mailed it in, and then I just got a letter back from them that my photo wasn't recent enough because I had just submitted my photo from the previous application. So now I've got to go through that whole process again. So
Well, good thing you're working at the right office.
yeah, yeah. So now I can just bump right over to our official records department, get my photo, and get it back in the mail.
Fantastic. And information on renewals, I would imagine, is on your website also.
That isn't on our website, but there is a link to the State Department on our website where you can get all of that information.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew you would point us in the right direction. So February 29th, it's a leap year, people. It will not be back again on February 29th. So how much does it cost? What are the costs involved here?
So when you come to apply, there'll be 2 different payments you have to make. One is to the clerk's office, and that's a flat $35, and then the other is to the Department of State, and this can be made in check or money order and must be paid to the U.S. Department of State. For those who are 16 years and older, it's $110. 15 years and younger, it's $80. And then if you want to expedite it, it's an extra $77, and you have to bring an overnight stamp with you as well.
Fun.
Yes.
You can do it all.
Yeah, and there is a more affordable option in the form of a passport card, but this can only be used for land and sea travel between the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Bermuda, and the Caribbean. But the application process is the same as the passport. And again, with this, there's 2 payments: the $35 fee to the clerk's office, and then for those 16 and older, it's $30, and for those 15 and younger, it's $15.
And for those who don't already have a card, and this is a first-time applicant, they can apply for the card on that Saturday, February the 29th.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so if you're a first-time applicant at all, February the 29th is going to be your Saturday of the year to get your passport. Otherwise, you're going to have to come in during a weekday.
Well, and that is the important thing. It's all first-time applicants is what our office processes, because every renewal is done through the mail, straight through the passport agency.
Absolutely. It's really confusing to people that don't work here and they're or in the government buildings and offices, and you're like, well, why not? Why can't you just do it?
Why can't you do it all?
Yes. But it's wonderful to have such a considerate clerk of court who decides that, maybe we'll give some folks a chance on the weekend when things aren't so crazy.
Yeah. When
Monday
they're at
through
work
Friday.
and they're trying to squeeze it in on a lunch break or whatever. No, here's a Saturday for you to be able to knock it out. Especially if you're applying for a kid too, and both parents have to be there, and just makes everything a lot easier. We have a lot of families who come out all together that day to be able to knock it out.
Every time we talk about passports, I just kind of go like in my head, and I'm like, oh man, where would I go? And I was thinking, and I told my fiance, I was like, I want our honeymoon to be at like Machu Picchu. And he's like, no. I'm like, why not? And he goes, I've never been out of the country and I'm scared. And he's like afraid something's going to happen to him. And I'm like, it's always a possibility everywhere you go. But come on, Incan ruins, let's do this.
That's top of my list, in the Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, because those turtles, I saw that when I was little, like the big turtles, they're just like thousands of years old. And it's like, why not?
Why not go explore the world? I did hear about a couple who went to Machu Picchu on their honeymoon, and they did the 3-day hike, and one of them broke their leg, and then they had to be carried back. And you're 3 days out on a hike.
So maybe not. Maybe not that much adventure. Maybe he's wrong to sort of
so
say
maybe
no.
take it easy.
Yeah. I just figured go explore a little bit, spa day, but who knows. But so thanks for sharing with us, and hopefully some folks can get out on Saturday and either get their Machu Picchu on or some other wonderful place to visit with the passport. So
yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. The Polk County Clerk of Court invites you to their annual Passport Day, Saturday, February 29th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at their Lakeland branch, and you said also at their Winter Haven branch. The Lakeland branch is located at 930 East Parker Street, and the Northeast branch, the one in Winter Haven, that's 3425 Lake Alfred Road. There are various costs and fees that we talked about, along with routine and rush processing fees. This is for walk-in customers only. No appointments and no phone calls will be taken at this time. All applicants must appear in person. If you need more information on the event, give the clerk's office a call at 863-534-5600. 4000, or you can look them up on the web at polkcountyclerk.net/passports.